Hello everyone. So this reel is on request of my JRs about how to deal with stress in pediatrics. So pediatric is a very rewarding subject and it does bring us very much happiness and a lot of peace. But at the same time, the starting training years of pediatrics are the most difficult. So here are some tips for my JRs to help them cope up with the stress at work. First thing which you can start is by being punctual. So if your shift starts at 8, try to reach around 15-20 minutes earlier so that you know you have time to organize your day. When you enter the ward, you roughly know how many patients rounds you are supposed to take and make a work list at the same time after assessing your patient so that you know that what are your doubts and what are the things you can actually do on your own. Second is that remember it's a teamwork. So especially in teaching institute, there is always a team. You have your seniors, you have your juniors. So if you have any doubts, any questions, any queries, then always ask help from your seniors. And if you ask, nobody will ever deny telling you the right thing. Also, make sure that you delegate your work to your juniors and so that also among other colleagues so that you have more hands and your work stress is taken care of. And remember, the way when you help other people, the similarly you will get help when you need it the most, especially when your work is going beyond working hours. If you have been helping other people, then the other people will also help you. If not, then always learn to ask for help. Third thing is that learn to stay detached. So the moment you reach out of the hospital, make sure you focus only on the thing that are supposed to do after your work hours. Forget the patients the moment you are out of the hospital. So this helps you in long term to avoid any burnout. So the moment you reach out of the hospital, what you can do is that you can put off your notifications. You can avoid asking unnecessary about what has happened to this patient, what has happened to that patient. Learn to disconnect and that will help you in your long way. The next, treat your self time as something like a sacred ritual. That is, make sure you get at least 6 to 7 hours of sleep when you are not on duty and try to get as much sleep as possible whenever you are outside the hospital, because this sleep for the first initial years of your training is really going to help you to cope up with all the stress. One more thing I would like to say, on duties, instead of drinking any packaged beverages, try to carry a bottle of water and make sure you ensure and you drink at least 2 to 3 liters of water per day. And even on duties, instead of snacking or binging on junk food, try to eat boring food because that will keep you more energized for your shift. And when things go very wrong